yeah, welcome back to a post 1K subs degreeless, everybody. It's a brand new day, ladies and gents. Now I'm going to be truly insufferable. Very exciting times indeed. I just wanted to quickly say, though, in seriousness, how much I appreciate y'all sticking around and watching the content. It really does mean a lot. It's just not as fun screaming into the void if the void doesn't occasionally scream back. And speaking of screaming, we once again must turn our attention to the House of Horrors, formerly known as the video game industry. It's been a slow week for the cadaverous capering and impish immorality that usually defines our hobby, so we may need to veer off into general entertainment and things like that this week, but rest assured, either way, we've got plenty of nonsense to get deep inside of tonight. And let us start with Netflix. Uh-oh, looks like 2013's favorite streaming service, the once and future Blockbuster, is headed to the bargain bin. Oh, what's the matter? Y'all can't pull yourself up by your bootstraps? Yep, Netflix stock has cratered after posting their first subscription loss in, well, maybe ever, actually. Yes, the company that once said this is now saying this. Oh, guess what, Netflix? Y'all ain't the only game in town anymore. Also, the quality of your shows has fallen off a cliff, and your price gouging is fucking embarrassing and amounts to what is effectively just a tacit endorsement of piracy at this point. It's honestly impressive to watch them go from one of the most beloved and popular companies in existence to one of the most reviled in just a few short years. I mean, what can I say? That's what being a greedy, avaricious corpo gulag will get you, I guess. Pretty crazy, right? But let's be honest. Y'all don't want the opinion of some average working class dude like myself on this, do you? No. What we really need is an imbecilic shitposting overprivileged oligarch from 4chan who pretends not to be a part of the ruling class to weigh in on this. Only the profound wisdom of someone like that can sort this out. Someone with more capital, power, and influence than many entire countries, but behaves like a 12-year-old throwing a temper tantrum. So, what does Elon Musk have to say about this? Well, let's take a look here. Wokeness is the mind virus? Wow, that's really impressive. You come up with that all by yourself, Agent Smith? What a preening, sanctimonious, out-of-touch billionaire fuckfest idiot. Wokeness is the mind virus. Bitch, people calling everything they don't like woke is the real mind virus, you fucking moron. God, I hate this fucking guy. And if you buy Twitter and turn it into a free speech platform, which you won't, by the way, because like most out-of-touch billionaires, you care about your ego, not free speech or anything else for that matter. But if you do, and I'm gonna paraphrase TJ Kirk here, I'll make an account dedicated to all the ways that you should be bludgeoned to death by an angry mob. How about that? How's that for your free speech, you fucking asshole? Netflix, I'll have you guys know, which you probably do know if you watch this channel, is just as woke or not woke as anything else. They have no preference. If they can sell you woke shit, they will. If they can sell you herder, I hate minorities, wokeness sucks shit, they'll do that too. They're just whores for your fucking money. Elon Musk is like that idiot out here who thinks that Amazon has a Black Lives Matter banner on their site because they truly care about America's police state no longer indiscriminately murdering black people and gunning down innocent citizens. They don't give a fuck about any of that any more than Netflix gives a fuck about being quote-unquote woke. That banner is there because they've determined that most people likely agree with it, and they think that it will make most people more inclined to spend their money there. That's all. They have no ideological attachment to that or anything else they espouse. The moment their data shows the opposite to be true, poof, it's fucking gone. If the whole planet decided tomorrow that people named Shanghai Pete deserve to die, Amazon would have a banner about that up there the next day, and by the end of the week, Netflix would have a show about gunning me down, and Ubisoft would be trying to sell you a fucking game about it. How is it possible in this day and age, in this foul year of our Lord, that people still need this to be explained? They only care about something as much as it takes to sell it to you. And guess what? They will sell you any fucking thing they can. They do not care about your ideology or your social values. They just want your fucking money any way they can get it. Money is all that matters. It's the only thing that motivates literally anything. It's the only reason you have video games to buy, shows to watch, and movies to see. Blizzard, Netflix, Ubisoft, Amazon, Twitter, fucking whoever. They don't care. They never cared. No one cares. Give us your money and shut the fuck up. And speaking of not caring, taking money, and shutting the fuck up, it's time for an NFT update. Oh boy, everyone's favorite brand new way to enforce and create scarcity where previously none existed is still fueling headlines everywhere. Reactionary grifting, disingenuous posturing, and just plain hysterics are all represented. Simply fantastic work as always being done by the corpo media here. Good thing that you're at this channel though, so I can tell you what's actually occurring, and as you may expect, the truth is somewhere in the middle, as it so often is. A little bit, shush. Yes, apparently NFTs are both simultaneously failing and somehow also not leaving. On one hand, we've got services like Ubisoft's Ghost Recon crashing and burning like a dying pig falling out of the sky, but on the other, we have Sega enduring massive public scorn and ridicule after they let their greed overcome their good sense and foolishly announced their intention to cram NFTs into something called a super game. Initially announced back in 2021, it looks like a few bouts of very public shaming weren't enough to deter them, and now a once super game has become multiple super games. Oof. Y'all like Ted Cruz with a humiliation fetish or something. This is wild. But wait, that's not all. We've also got some Blizzard NFT rumors. Oh no, oh yes. There's been lots of talk circulating recently, you may have seen it, claiming that good old Activision fuck your interns and grope the art directors Blizzard will soon be embracing the NFT. The rumors stem from reported surveys sent by Blizzard asking customers about their views on the emerging trends in the gaming industry, which of course include NFTs and cryptocurrencies. Naturally, people speculated that the survey indicated that Blizzard was interested in considering blockchain technology for its games, including play-to-earn models and crypto-based systems, because fucking of course that's what it means. Think companies send out surveys like that, which cost money to run, by the way, just for shits and motherfuckers, because it's fun? Fuck no. It's because they want to see how much more money they can take from you. And the best part is right here. It's right here, where Corpo Media immediately bends the knee to the new Blizzard president, Mike Ybarra, after he tweets that, oh no, of course we're not doing NFTs. I'm sorry to break this to y'all, but, and this may come as a shock, brace yourselves, but tweets aren't legally binding, you fucking idiot. Who the fuck cares what this guy says on Twitter? It has literally nothing to do with what Blizzard can or can't do or what they will or won't do. It's not like because he tweeted that they weren't doing it, that means that they can't. What this guy tweets literally means fuck all in terms of Blizzard policy or business endeavors. Like, you think that if in a couple months or something, they're all sitting around the boardroom like, all right, it's time to implement NFTs. All right, how are we gonna do it? Let's put up some PowerPoint presentations. Let's figure it out. That one guy's gonna lean and be like, oh, actually, BT dubs, Mike tweeted that we weren't gonna do it a couple months ago, so now it's all off. You gotta cancel this whole thing. Fucking of course not. God, this shit can't be over with soon enough. Ugh, and speaking of things that can't be over with soon enough, it's now time to talk about the new Sonic game, Sonic Origins. Oh, wait, what's there to talk about, you might be thinking? New Sonic game, classic collections, new animations, new modes, some nostalgia, mixed with some old school fun gaming. What could the problem possibly be? Well, dear friend, seems that you've made the mistake of forgetting the modern gaming industry and their unparalleled ability to completely ruin anything, no matter how wholesome and fantastic it may at first appear. Now, before we crush your spirit though, we have to build you up a little bit, so let's look at what is supposed to be on offer here. First, we've got 4 fully remastered Sonic games, ultra sick. Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, plus fucking Sonic CD, bitch. Oh my fucking god, fucking yes. We've also got fun extras like mirror mode, extra hard difficulty levels, hand-drawn cartoon animations in the menus, additional camera controls, even special music tracks from old Genesis titles. Wow, sounds fucking awesome, right? Oh, not so fast. So, but what's the problem? It sounds like a fun, unique, awesome way to play some classic old school titles. Where could they possibly have gone wrong? Look at this shit. It looks fucking great, right? What could the issue possibly be? Well, take a look at this. Yikes, what in the fuck? Man, you know it's lit when they need a fucking chart to explain exactly how much money you're gonna have to give them. There's more versions of this game than there are games in the actual package. How you have 5 different versions of a game that only contains 4 games to begin with? What the fuck? What does this even mean? Well, let's take a closer look. Oh, I see. They've locked all the extra fun stuff behind paywalls. Oh, awesome, because fucking of course they did. Leave it to the gaming industry to turn a fat dub into a gruesome L. Is there truly nothing this godforsaken industry can't siphon all the value and fun out of? Sadly, I bet we're eventually going to find out. Look at all the shit that they put behind paywalls here. Surprise, it's almost all the great features that we just mentioned a couple seconds ago. Mirror mode, paywall. Hard mode, paywall. Letterbox, fucking background, G? Really? Slap that bitch behind a paywall too, for good measure. What about all those awesome new animations? Surely they couldn't paywall a fucking animation, right? Oh, wrong, silly bitch. You've underestimated the soul-sucking avariciousness of the industry once again. What about all that extra music? Pretty cool, right? Sounds great. We heard it in the trailer. Sounds fucking awesome. Oh, well, that's behind a paywall too. Fuck you. Same with extra camera controls. And finally, last but not least, we have perhaps the most ominous item on this list. 100 bonus coins. Bonus coins, huh? Now, what in the good shit do you suppose that is? Sounds suspiciously like a virtual currency that may be used in microtransactions. We've come a long way since Sonic Mania, haven't we, Sega? An entirely fresh, brand new Sonic game for only $20, and now you're locking animations and difficulty modes behind paywalls and pre-orders in a $50 game. I've said it before, I'm gonna say it again, Sega. If it's not Dreamcast 2, please fuck the hell off. We're done with you, alright? It's over, it's done. You know, you were cool, put out a bunch of awesome games in the past, the Dreamcast was fucking great, but you know, it's time to pack it up, okay? Please just move it along, okay? Just move it along. And speaking of past experiences intruding on present time, oh my god in heaven, what in the good fuck is this? Kingdom Hearts 4, huh? Really? Kingdom Hearts 4? Someone, please explain to me how Kingdom Hearts is still a thing. I mean, the plot, let's be honest, is non-existent as far as the actual definition of that word goes. And the gameplay is so brain dead, you might as well be mashing QuickTime events on a fucking iPhone. And let's be clear, I am not saying that I have a take on whether this is necessarily going to be good or bad. Who the fuck knows? Will it somehow shock and awe by miraculously being a stunning return to form in the model of the first games for the series for PlayStation 2? I doubt it, but maybe. Will it be another unmitigated clusterfuck 10 years in the making? Maybe. Overall, I guess I'm just baffled. Like, I don't see what people continue to get out of this. I mean, maybe it's me, maybe it's just a personal thing, but like, I can't get invested in a series where the wiki is considered required reading if you want even a prayer of comprehending what in the fuck is occurring. I mean, unless it's Warhammer 40k, of course. I mean, who is even still playing modern Kingdom Hearts games in 2022? When was the last time this series was tolerable? I mean, not even good, just tolerable. Personally, again, personal anecdote, but I love the first one, and I thought the second one was okay, but the first one was fucking awesome. But beyond that, you lost me. Kingdom Hearts 3 literally took almost a fucking decade to come out. Think about this. There was kids that were 4th graders when it was announced who were old enough to only care about sex and drugs by the time they could finally play it. Who is sticking around for this? Kingdom Hearts 4 just seems... like, I don't know, it just seems kind of 2015 to me. Of course, we've got takes on both sides and everything in between. Some people hate the new sword design, some people love it, some people recognize this nonsense for the obvious cash grab that it probably is, and some people are lining up to once again slob on the Square Enix knob. Since I'm not one to do unpaid corpo advertising, especially without being asked, I'm not going to do stuff like charitably read glowing comments beneath their official trailer uploads or anything like that. Y'all decide whether or not you're excited for this. It's up to you. You know how I feel, you decide how you feel. I'll simply do what I always do, which is urge caution and skepticism and advise that you jealously guard the money that you do have and force the games that you spend it on to earn every fucking penny. Next up, we have a few words on something that definitely has not earned your money, Battlefield 2042, which continues to engage in the time-honored EA tradition of telling its customers to fuck right off. Yep, player count is now officially below 1,000 and trending lower. They've even gone so far as to delay the long-awaited April update. Once again, I am Jack's complete lack of surprise. It's the smash and grab job that just keeps on taking from you. This is what happens when you push it just a little bit too far, class. You scare the straights and they come for you. Even normie core games like Battlefield aren't immune. In seriousness though, this kind of thing right here is the only reason there's any semblance of accountability or damage control in the video game industry whatsoever. It's why I tell you to embrace being angry, to blow up the timeline and review bomb the fuck out of games like this when you're left with no other way to make your discontent heard. These fucking idiots haven't even posted in 2 months. They do not deserve and are not entitled to not hearing how the people whose money they took feel about having their money taken. Alright? They don't deserve to be sheltered from that. No one deserves to be sheltered from the consequences of their fucking actions. I'm not saying EA is suddenly going to rethink an entire business model that's firmly rooted in exploitation and anti-consumer monetization. Of course not. But you bet your ass they're going to be damn careful not to fuck up quite this badly in the future. And sadly, I guess that's probably about all we can hope for these days. Moving on to something a little more fun, it's time for Elden Ring updates. Yeah, it's still fucking awesome. I'm stuck on Molina currently, but still having an awesome time, even if my progress has slowed recently due to the release of stuff like Chrono Cross and a cracked version of Deathloop for PC. Sidebar, I'd sadly only give Deathloop like a 6. A super cool concept, but it's really the lack of variation anywhere that just tanks it. Skills, weapons, enemies, even area design are all so bland with such little variation that you've quite literally seen all the game has to offer after only a couple hours. Total bummer. Anyways, Elden Ring. As is par for the course these days, the more popular something is, the more grifting and just plain awful takes you can expect to see smeared all over the timeline as everyone races to bank hate clicks, agit views, and farm outrage. What a fucking time to be alive, am I right? Of course, the gang is all here. We've got obvious out-of-touch absurdity from corpo outlets like the New York Times saying that it evokes the hardship and disappointment of the pandemic. Lol, what? To the slightly less obvious and even more disappointing, like Jim Sterling equating easier difficulty options with accessibility features. Pro tip, don't do that. Accessibility all fucking day long. But an easy mode? No, absolutely not. And that's from someone who is only a recent convert to Souls-like games and is generally still horrible at them. One of my favorite things about Elden Ring is how you can tailor your gameplay around what type of experience you want. You can cheese bosses and encounters if you want. You can just big brain meta the fuck out of it and bust around like a G with a jar on your head, getting summoned into other people's games like this guy. Or if you're like me and happen to not have the skills yet to face all the challenges directly head on, you can just grind it out level stuff. Awesome. That it forces you to contend with it, yet doesn't control how you do so, is a huge part of what makes games like this so brilliant. And not even being willing to see or understand that? Sorry, G, but we gotta call that what it is. Bad take. And yes, I know technically his video was a few months ago, but Big Daddy Richie's take on it was just a few days ago, so that's why I'm mentioning it. Elden Ring is awesome, and you're a bad person if you don't like it. Lastly this week, a quick word on World of Warcraft, as I am a PC gamer at heart and the new expansion was recently unveiled. Now, as many of you know, or at least probably suspect, I have not been a fan of retail World of Warcraft for many years. I bailed to play private servers during Warlords of Draenor, but still did progression rating with boys until about the second tier BFA, I think. After that, I just couldn't take it anymore. The entire gameplay loop had become so co-opted by overly complex and overtly exploitative MAU farming borrowed power systems, I just couldn't stand it. I've been playing Classic exclusively for about 3 years now, something like that. Needless to say, if nothing else, apparently I'm a glutton for punishment, and with the announcement of the next expansion, I proudly announced that yes, I was ready to be hurt again. I was fully prepared for this expansion to finally put the nail in the coffin of old school players like myself once and for all, for them to finally, without equivocation, say the quiet part out loud. We have no interest in catering to your demographic any longer. Get fucked. There will be no new level cap, no new race, and certainly no new class. There will be only more systems. Systems upon systems upon systems to do nothing more and nothing less than farm MAUs off of you by time gating every last possible bit of content. This is what I was absolutely certain we were going to hear during the announcement. But you know what? I am shocked and hesitantly pleased to say that in this particular matter, I did not told you so. I was wrong. 100% wrong. Just flat out fucking wrong. Wow. There is a new level cap, there is a new class, and there is a new race. Now, how good some of those things are is a matter of personal opinion, of course, but the important part is that they seem to be signaling that they legitimately are backing away from all the MAU all the time design of the previous few expansions and actually embracing a more gameplay, player experience first focus going forward. What? Holy fucking shit, definitely did not see that coming. Is it possible the lawsuit and the self-destructive horror show of the past year or so actually has them rethinking a few things? Doubt it, but we can only hope, right? Alright, that's our show. Thank you so much for watching. I know it's another weekly recap video, and perhaps like many of you, these aren't really my favorite. I prefer to have a main story and topic to get deep inside of, but the industry just wasn't industrying enough this week, so this is what we got. Regardless, we of course love you today and absolutely love you all the fucking way, and once again, just want to offer a sincere welcome to new subscribers and thank everybody for sticking with us as we grow the channel. It's been really awesome to see how far we've come together through my awkward Tim Pool clips phase a few years ago before I realized what a fucking nut job he was. That's embarrassing. To my brief flirtation with being a cringe anti-SJW. We've definitely been through a lot together, I know, and we really appreciate y'all hanging in there. So please stick around as we continue to slander this horrid, rapacious industry and hold exploitative AAA developers and publishers to account. And of course, give the fucking legacy media a bloody nose while we're at it. We'll see you motherfuckers next week.
Woke up, smoke up, blunt, then I pass out. Woke up, what up, smoke up, blunt, then I'm back down.